Okay, we're going to look over the problems you had on your linear relationship slide. We're just going to look at the one slide though. This is the one that gave most kids the troubles. Okay, what we're doing is we're finding the equation of the graphs. Okay, and these are lines. Okay, these are all lines. And the equation of a line always looks like this. Y equals slope x plus the y-intercept. Okay, the y-intercept is where your line crosses the y-axis. And I made the y-axis on every problem yellow. Okay, so the y-axis on every problem is yellow. So the y-intercept, the number at the end, is where that black line crosses the y-axis. Okay, the slope in front of the x is rise over run. Okay, so to find rise over run, you want to find two corner points, and you want to think about how much do you go up or down, that's the rise. How much do you go over, that's the run. Okay, so we're going to do that for each of these questions. Different color. Okay, this first problem, y equals, that's how you start off, the slope, okay, two corner points. I'm going to go from there to there. Okay, I think those are pretty good corner points. So notice my y-axis and x-axis, they're both counting by ones, okay? They're both counting by ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I don't have to think too hard about counting. So I'm going to go up 1 over 2. Okay, so my slope is up 1 over 2 is 1/2. That doesn't reduce. It's a half. Okay, then my x. Okay, and then the y-intercept goes after the plus sign. Okay, the y-axis, the yellow line, is crossed at 0. So y equals 1/2 x plus 0. Okay, there's no reason to put plus 0. So y equals 1/2 x. Okay, the second problem. To find the slope, first notice, see how the y-axis, it's counting by 25s. See? It goes from 25 to 50 to 75 to 100. The y-axis is counting by 25s. The x-axis is simply counting by ones. So you got to be really careful to pay attention to that. So when you find the slope, just pick two corner points. Rise over run. Okay, what I'm doing here, if I'm counting by 25s on the y-axis, I'm going up 25 over 2. Okay, I'm rising 25. I'm running 2. Okay, so my slope is 25 over 2. Now I could go ahead and divide that. 25 divided by 2 is 12.5. Okay, so my equation would be y equals 12.5x. Okay, the y-intercept goes at the end after the plus sign. Okay, the y-axis is being crossed. The y-axis here is being crossed over at 0. So my equation is y equals 12.5x plus 0. And again, no reason to write plus 0 at the end because it doesn't affect anything. So there's my equation for that. And I just want you to understand the equation of a line. On each of these problems, the y-intercept is 0 because these are proportional. Okay, because these are proportional lines, they're going to cross through the y-axis at 0. So we don't really have to worry about that plus 0 every time in these problems because we know these are all proportional. Okay, but I just wanted you to be reminded of that with the first couple problems. Okay, let's do the next two. Y-axis here is counting by ones, and the x-axis is counting by ones. Okay, so to find the equation, it's going to be y equals the slope, rise over run, up 5 over 1, up 5 over 1. So 5 over 1x. Okay, and again, we're not going to think about plus 0 at all because we know the rest of these are going to be proportional anyway. But we can reduce 5 divided by 1, which is 5. So that'd be y equals 5x. Okay, last problem for this video is looking at the fourth problem. Okay, notice the y-axis in this problem is counting by 25s. The x-axis is counting by 1s. Okay, so find two corner points. That one's good. This one is not easy. I'm gonna have to go here. Boy, that's tricky to find that. I don't know if you had trouble with that or not, but I did. Okay, so I'm going from here to there. So I'm rising 2 spaces of 25. So I'm rising 50. And then I'm going over 5. Okay, I'm going up 50 over 5. Okay, so my rise is 50. My run is 5. So 50 over 5. Now 50 over 5 can be reduced because just think of it as 50 divided by 5. 50 divided by 5 is 10. Okay, so my equation, y equals 10x. Okay, it'd be plus 0 at the end, but the y, because the y intercept is 0, but that's simply y equals 10x. Okay, the next video we'll go over the bottom 4.